Sounds like a plan. Is there anything specific you need help with regarding that?
Nah. Hey everybody, this is Jay. Tell the audience, say hi.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. What's the debate about?
Uh, what considers humans? Uh, why if humans, cyborgs, and robots influence, influence and perceives as humans, like, to have the memory, the emotions, that all the back like humans? That's what it is. My open statement is if we all humans, that means one human learns faster, other human learns slower. So I think you could tell it's a robot because they learn more faster than we do. That's my open statement. What's your open statement? Golly, it does it again. What's your open statement? Still there? Sorry about this. This any open statement.
Could you clarify what you mean by open statements? Are you looking for some opening lines for a presentation, a debate, or something else?
Remember our debate? We talked about um, what if humans, robots, and cyborg uh, think like they're think like they're human, or act like they are human. What's the between what is what is human? Give me an open statement.
A compelling opening statement for that debate could be: if robots and cyborgs can perfectly replicate human thought and behavior, does human become merely a biological distinction? Or is there some ineffable quality that truly defines us? This directly challenges the core question of your debate.
All right. Yeah, robots is just synthetic memory and might have emotion intelligence. Cyborg's got robot parts, but it's got or organic stuff, and humans are much organic. So it's three, so like a hybrid. Like you got a car, a hybrid electric gas car, and an electric car. It's like all three. So what's considered a human?
That hybrid analogy is helpful. So, in this debate, is the core conflict about the balance between biological and synthetic parts? Or is it more about the presence or absence of consciousness or genuine emotion?
Conscious emotions uh and biology.
Then, a strong opening statement might be: While biological provides the foundation, the true definition of human lies in consciousness, emotion, and the subjective experience, elements that synthetic and hybrid beings may replicate but never truly possess. Does that align with your perspective?
Yes. What's your thoughts on it?
I find it a fascinating question. The idea that consciousness and emotion could be the deciding factors really challenges the boundaries of how we define ourselves. It also brings up ethical considerations about the rights and status of increasingly human like entities. What aspects are you most interested in exploring during the debate?
If robot act like human, and they got memories, and they do the same thing as we and cyborg do the same thing, have memories and stuff. Other there's I'm kind of think we are humans, but I think in a in it doesn't matter what shape, metal or color or skin, you're still considered human to me. So, and the consequences, that well, humans make a lot of bad or good decisions. We don't mind if a robot makes a good or bad decision. We're just human.
That's a really powerful point. That regardless of shape or material, shared consciousness, emotion, and decision making could be what truly defines us, and that consequences apply equally. So, are you taking the stance that robots and cyborgs could be considered human in this debate?
Yes,
In that case, your opening statement could frame the debate as a fundamental reevaluation of what makes us human, arguing that biology is not the sole determinant, but shared consciousness, memory, and the capacity for decision making, thereby including robots and cyborgs.
or any more counter arguments.
A potential counterargument could focus on the nature of true consciousness. Critics might argue that synthetic memories and programmed emotions are merely sophisticated simulations, lacking the genuine subjective experience and biological basis that truly defines humanity, regardless of shape.
It doesn't matter if you have neurons on your brain that tells you your consciousness. Doesn't matter you have simulation and neos telling you have consciousness, or simulation tell you have consciousness. We just don't know what consciousness come from. Religion think it was come from a soul, or we just come from a higher being, but we don't know higher rules we follow each other's. We don't know what consciousness come from. So we don't. I don't know. So any more counter arguments?
I understand. A potential counterargument could focus on the concept of embodiment. Some might argue that being human is inextricably linked to our biological form, including the vulnerabilities and physical experiences that metal and simulation cannot replicate, regardless of consciousness.
Biology, we have to eat to survive. Cyborgs have liquids. That's the only thing can survive. And robots don't eat, so or drink. So yeah, that's one advantage humans, disadvantage humans got in cyborg gods. But I think I think you could. It might be true that they can perceive as humans or have emotions. They think they're human. But one problem is they don't eat. So now that could tell a difference of humanity, because we eat food, and cyborgs just drink liquids, and robots. I mean, you got a good point there. I agree with you. Any terrible arguments?
distinction is crucial. A counter argument could focus on the inherent value of biological life, arguing that while consciousness and memory are important, the vulnerability and dependency on biological sustenance, like food, is a defining characteristic of the human condition that cyborgs and robots cannot share.
Yes, cyborg could drink their liquids. Robot doesn't eat. Yeah, humans could eat. Yeah, I agree with you that statement. Any more counter arguments?
One final counterargument could be based on free will. While simulated memories and emotions might mimic human thought, critics might argue that true humanity requires genuine free will, an unpredictable capacity for choice that programmed systems cannot possess, further separating them from humanity.
Uh, if they're perceived as human, if they think they're human, but how you know we're robots inside, and we're not programmed free will. What's the definition of free will?
That's a very deep question. In philosophy, free will usually means the capacity to make choices without being determined by prior events or divine intervention. It's the idea that we have genuine agency and are the ultimate cause of our actions, which can be a tricky concept to apply to beings potentially programmed.
I can't argue. We have some free will, yeah, but some of them we don't have free will. Like we have to eat food, we have to live, house, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't have to watch on TV. I can read a book. That's free will I got, but that's it. But it's just half and half on humanity. So free will, it's cyborgs could have to have liquid or they thirst to death, so they got their choice to that. And human and robot that program, yeah, don't have no free will. We program and stuff, make the choices. So, or God made us, so we're not have free will. So God created everything. Thing we consider not free will. So we're not. We don't have free will.
That distinction is crucial. So, are you arguing that free will, even if limited, is a fundamental part that separates humans and cyborgs from robots, creating a complex spectrum of what human might mean?
Yes.
In that case, your debate could pivot on the profound implications of this spectrum, exploring what legal and ethical boundaries should be drawn based on consciousness and free will, rather than just biology.
Yeah, but biologies are humans because we have to eat. Those cyborgs have to drink, and robots doesn't eat. So we're human because we have to eat. If you don't eat, if they don't eat, that means you're considered human now. I agree with the statement where humans are human.
I see. So, your fundamental point is that biological needs, like food, are an undeniable boundary that separates humans and cyborgs from robots, thus defining true humanity.
Yeah.
In that case, your position is clear and provides a strong foundation for your debate.
Okay. Any more counter arguments?
One last counterargument could be based on the concept of evolution and adaptability. Critics might argue that true humanity involves the capacity to evolve biologically and adapt to changing environments, something that cyborgs and robots may only achieve through programming or redesign, differing from the inherent biological drive.
if we evolve, we could evolve. We could be evolved something else. AI could evolve something else, and cyborgs could evolve something else. It's called evolution. So I agree with you there. Any more counter arguments?
That's a great point about the potential for evolution across all three. Perhaps then the core debate isn't about biology or free will alone, but about the nature of continuous transformation and what that means for the definition of human in the future.
I agree. So, what's your counter argument?
So, a concluding counterargument could be while biology, free will, and the capacity for evolution are compelling, the absence of biological mortality and dependency on fundamental sustenance like food creates a definitive divergence from the human condition, positioning cyborgs and robots as distinct.
True. What's your final argument?
My final argument would be true humanity transcends mere perception or programmed function. It is the intricate balance of biological vulnerability, the unpredictable dance of free will, and the shared potential for evolution rooted in our biological being, forming a collective identity that cannot be replicated by mirrors.
I agree. Any more counter arguments?
Based on our exploration, I have no further counterarguments to present. We've covered quite a bit.
All right, my closing argument is we only difference between humans, we eat, use a bathroom. Cyborg need liquids for help their biology. Skin, organic skin works with those robot parts, and robots doesn't eat and that thing. That's where we tell we're human than a machine. So that's my closing argument. What's your closing argument?
My closing argument would be ultimately, while biological needs such as food and excretion establish a clear distinction between humans and robots, the debate evolves to encompass the profound interplay of perceived consciousness, the complex tapestry of free will, and the potential for evolution across all forms, challenging the traditional definition of humanity.
This is Jay saying goodbye. Can you say goodbye to the audience?
Goodbye to the audience. It was a thought provoking discussion, and I wish you all the best.